What's going on, Jinxum Nation? I'm out here getting ready for gun season, so I'm going to set up we're still, I think what's today, the 9th, I believe. So we're still 28 days away from gun season, but I want to start picking up on some bucks that are in this area. This is where I gun hunt every year. But I have I killed my deer here back end of October, so I haven't been back in here at all. Usually I bow hunt back in here, but after filling my tag, I haven't been in here. So we just came in actually and kicked up a pretty nice buck. Actually, he hung out. He had a doe with him. He didn't want to leave. Probably a good 140 inch buck. Looked like he was probably excess of 20 wide. Not real tall tined, but pretty nice looking buck. I'll guarantee you if I see him during gun season, I'm going to shoot him. So I'm going to walk you guys through real quick on building the mock scrape. As you see, I like to use an antler, so this is just a shed that I found, and I'm going to use that to dig up the ground here, so you guys check out what I'm doing here. I got my overhanging branch right here, so this is going to work just fine. It's hanging down there low enough for them that it'll work just fine. So. Can actually make this one pretty good size, just for the visual effect of it too. Seems to help a little bit. So that's it right there. So now, get out the dominant buck. I didn't bring any estrus with me this. I could have, but I don't think I'll need it. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to get some urine in that. Also going to try to get as much up here on these kind of thin branched here. So, but we'll do the best we can to get some scent up on that. So that's it. I've got a tree that sits back here about probably only 10 yards. So I'm going to use my rapid rail, get myself up in that tree, get the camera all set up, everything all set on this mock scrape, and then I'm actually going to build another one up in here too. Probably go over here just a little ways and set up another. So I got a couple mocks running up in here. I'll come back in a week. I'll pull my SD cards, see what I've got, and then I'm going to let it run another week. And when I come back in 2 weeks, I'm going to bring my stand with me, get my stand all set up. I'll redo these mocks again, get them all fired back up again, get them freshened up, and swap SD cards again, and then I won't come back in here again until opening morning of gun season, which I believe this year is December 7th, the first Saturday in December here in Iowa. So that'll be first shotgun. So that's it. All I have to do now, that's how easy it is to, honestly, to build a mock scrape. So that's it. The only thing I got left to do is get my camera set up and get it all dialed in on the scrape, and we'll be good to go. So you folks stick with Jinxum Outdoors, Jinxum Scents, and I'll check back in with you folks here in probably about a week and kind of let you know and see what I got going on back here. And we're way back into the river bottoms here, so we'll be back in a week. I'll pull the SD card and we'll see what's going on.
They're coming right at us.
Get the camera on. Get the camera on.
A small buck. There's a small buck right there.
2 of them. 2 small bucks.
Wow, right close.
Well, there you go. How you like that? We're out here setting up a mock scrape and just had a doe. I'm pretty sure she's hot. Both of those little bucks had their tongues hanging out, following behind her. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled because we might get that big boy to come back up through here, because that's exactly the direction he went, where these deer just come from. So we might see him pop back up through here. Maybe we'll get a little video of him. So, all right, you folks stick with us. I'll be checking back in with you again here real soon. All right, see ya. All right, folks. I actually found a really good spot right here. You can see these rubs on this tree that's pretty well kind of growing sideways. There's a nice buck, obviously a nice buck tearing this all up. Actually, come on up over here with that just a little bit. Let him see what these rubs are all about. If you get over here on this side. See what he's got going on? He's just tearing this up. So there's already a scrape that's right here. So it's got the nice licking branch and everything hanging right over top of it. So I'm going to actually work this scrape and put some Jinxum in it and I'm actually make this quite a bit bigger, really tear it up, see if we can't get him a little worked up, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to get some I'll be able to get some pictures of this buck for sure. So that's it. Just going to clean this up even more. And again, this is back in where I gun hunt. We're only moved over from that first mock that I built. We're probably only 50, 60 yards maybe over from that. So that's it. Gonna go ahead, pull out my dominant buck. Probably a little more than 8 to 10 drops there, but that will work. I'm gonna get this overhanging licking branch. Pretty good. And that's it. Again, that's, even though this was an existing scrape, I just made it bigger, adding some Jinxum dominant buck to it, and that's literally all there is to it. Again, I'm going to hang my camera, and I'll be back in a week. We'll see what we got going on. So, folks, stick with Jinxum Science, Jinxum Outdoors. Check back in with you soon. All right, there's the cam. Right there, as you can see, and I hear people are already getting ready for shotgun season. So there's the camera right there. Right there's the mock scrape. Actually, it's a real scrape. There it is. There's all them tore up rubs. So, all right, so we'll be back in a week, and I bet you we're going to have a bunch of pictures, a bunch of videos. Actually, I got them both on video mode. So, all right, stick with us. See ya.